All right. Let's get started over here. How's everybody doing? We are going to get started with backtesting. Whoa, hold up. Let's go ahead and turn the music off. And I just took an L here on gold. I was looking for this to possibly hold this low and probably going to get some type of Wyckoff spring here. So y'all can watch for that tomorrow on gold. But I'm not going to be participating in that most likely. So let me just make sure everything's looking good on my end. We should be good. Turn the mic up just a little bit just so everyone can hear. All right. And then for the chat, I have it over here. So if anyone, I'll be checking it every now and then. Okay, so let's get into this. So I want to backtest Bitcoin tonight, and I want to backtest it more on the higher time frame. So let's go into the 1 hour, and I personally like the 1 hour time frame the most out of all time frames, just because you can see the daily candle off the 1 hour. You can see a lot of lower time frame moves off the 1 hour. So if you kind of can't really decide if you want to be a swing trader, if you want to be a long-term trader, or if you want to be a scalper, you should probably just stick to this 1 hour time frame. I would say if you can't hold a trade longer than 1 day, maybe go lower. But I would also say if you can't hold a trade for longer than 1 day, then trading maybe might not be your thing, because you definitely have to have some type of patience, even if you are a scalper. And if holding a trade for a full day sounds ridiculous to you, well, maybe you're just new. All right. So we're going to back this thing up. And if y'all don't know how I trade, I'm more or less of a impulse retracement type of trader, a wave trader. I like to trade with the waves of the market. So let's just drop this right here, so I don't really know what's going on yet. I like to trade with the waves in the market. I very rarely take like a breakout trade. I don't trade like ICT or anything like that. I have kind of my own little set of rules that I follow. We're waiting for the market to impulse, retrace into a certain level, a certain way. The retracement needs to be one of two things. It needs to have an ABC retracement inside of it, or the volume needs to be decreasing on like a bearish or a bullish flag type situation. Or I need to see some type of divergence where the market's making lower lows. I'm looking for it to reverse. It needs to be making lower lows in an area of interest, right, where the indicator is kind of pulling up. And then last but not least, kind of a manipulation play where the market has established some type of a low, and then it breaks through it, and then it comes back into it. That is another type of trade that I like to look for. And I basically just took that trade on gold, and it was an L. So, of course, not everything's 100%, but these are, in my opinion, some high probability plays to look for. As you'll see, they do not come around very often, though. So as I'm backtesting, I'm trying to look for opportunities to kind of not necessarily trade more, because it's not always good to just trade more. But my goal is to look for, or to not look for a strategy, but refine the strategies that I'm already using to bring them into more, to try to get more out of it, right? Versus kind of just waiting for one or two setups, because a lot of, not my problem, but what I struggle with is I will overanalyze and then I will not execute. I will execute on everything that looks perfect, but if it's not picture perfect, I won't execute. And so I'm working on just kind of I'm very extremely good at finding the daily bias, but getting an entry for that is a little difficult sometimes. Not difficult, just doesn't happen. I'm a very patient trader, and so I like to wait for my setup, but a lot of times I do not get an entry, and I'll just watch the market kind of go. So today I'm just going to maybe take it a little slower. It's going to be more for me than for y'all, to be honest. So if no one shows up, that's totally fine as well. But I just need to, take these back testing sessions a little slower, get a little bit more out of it for me, and then hopefully I'll get something out of it as well. And so what I'm going to do is go on to the daily and just kind of see where we are here. Okay, and even though we know-ish what already happens with Bitcoin, maybe not to the wave, to the T, we're going to try to keep it very, very basic, very systematic. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, I think I want to start to eliminate some things out of the system. Definitely not this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm only going to keep these daily point of controls in the system, I think. Because everything else is just a little bit too noisy while I'm back testing right now. So we'll just keep these. And we'll just keep it on the 1 hour. That's fine. Okay, just give me 1 second. I need to get a drink. Just give me one second. Be right back. All right. Here we go. So we got this demand level that we put in this area here, rejected. Now we're popping out of it. We have this supply, or I would say just this area that broke and never got retested yet. So this could be another level that we're looking at, and we'll look for it to hold since price fell through. There's kind of like this little gap right here. Price should shoot straight through this area more or less. And then up here, there's still this gap. I like to use a futures chart just for the volume more or less, but it's all the same thing. And so we have this up here as well. All right. And so it's starting to bust out here with volume. So most of the time when you have this much volume, just a complete break of volume and trend and structure and everything, you usually get a continuation. On the 4 hour, let's see here, breaking this 50 EMA pretty clean. Here's this little minor structure level that we should come into and probably give some type of hold at, to be honest. After this big of a move, I expect some type of rejection here, at least for just a second, until it wants to break it. But ultimately I'd want it to retrace and then move up. So let's stay on the 1 hour today. And it's good to stay on the higher time frames, even if you're a lower time frame trader, just so you can get a picture of what's going on these higher time frames sometimes, because that's where your higher probability plays are regardless. So after a big push, it looks like there was a Friday and then Sunday. So it opened over the weekend. There was a big move on Bitcoin. The correction. And now what I want to note here, and why doesn't it give me this volume? Let's do this. Indicators, profiles, session volume. Come on. That's so annoying. Why isn't it giving it to me? I hate when I pay a lot of money for TradingView and it doesn't work. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Indicators, technicals, periodic volume. And then we'll do 24, or we'll do 1 day. Give it to me. Damn. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with that. That kind of messes up my whole jazz. Let me see if it'll give it to me if I put on my. No. I guess when you go this far back, it doesn't give you the volume profile for the 1 hour, but it'll give it to me for the 4 hour. So I just got to use that son of a gun. Okay. Well, there was volume right here. I'm going to note that as well. Back to the 1 hour. It came in and tapped that. I don't expect it to break it. If it does, I expect it to hold in this level and then drop. So it'd be like a fake move up and then back down, kind of like what it did today. Okay, but now we're getting big volume with a wick here. So what time of day is this? 7 a.m. This thing could move to the upside pretty quick. So what we're going to do is look for this position right here. It's a 1, 2, 1. See if this is going to hit. I want to see it close above here first, and then I want to assess this. Nope. Okay, so it should have happened pretty quick. It needs to be like the next candle if this volume is going to matter. There it goes. Boom. So this is a little risky because it closed with a wick, but let's see what we got here. Okay, pops up, and it should continue to roll up with it because if it breaks below this 1 hour candle now, it's probably coming down. There goes the TP. So it hits perfectly 1-to-1 off that, and you know, it was kind of just waiting for volume to tell you what was going to happen a little bit. And not being kind of afraid that this level is like should hold. This level was the real level that should hold. And knowing that you just had this much momentum once these highs break, and it really didn't break, but it gave you that idea that it could break, and you never know what is really going to happen. And like I said, I'm trying to find more confirmation, or because nothing's perfect. I've been trading for 5 years, and if you just only wait for perfect only, you're just not going to trade that much, and that's just how that's going to go. You really, and then the trades that looked perfect aren't going to hit, and the trades that did look perfect are going, or didn't look perfect, are going to hit, and you're going to start getting really upset with yourself. And I'm not necessarily in that phase right now, but I can feel myself kind of in that phase a little low key. Let me back this up. Was it giving me volume right here or no? No. Okay. All right. So that was TP. That was the first trade. We'll mark these off. Number one, we had a W off of a 1-to-1, and it was like a buy stop / market execution play. Very kind of simple way of looking at it, right? If you wanted to kind of wait for it to do this break in retest type thing, that would have been maybe a better play. But yeah, it's good little play right here on Biddy. Let's see if we got anything in the comments. Nope. Okay, we're good. All right. So now at this point, like I said, I thought it might do, come up into here, hit this level, and then drop. Here's the ultimate high for it. So let's mark this exact high off. If it breaks that, then we're really gone. But at this point, I don't think there's a trade right here per se. Volume did pick up on this bearish candle, and boom, it fell out. So that was barely TP and then tank. A lot of times when Bitcoin creates, after a big move up, it'll go sideways. It'll do something like this. It'll do a flush and then it'll go. So let's watch and see if it can create some type of bullish structure down in here. We'll be looking to play this pop off the fib. Now that we're starting to turn around a little, we can draw this fib here and we'll look for this here. All right, and then let's just check this 4 hour real quick. Stay on these higher time frames. Okay, I do want to keep this price on for a little bit. It is a weekly point of control, and then I want to keep this price on for a little bit, because these are two volume levels that the market is basically in between right now. On volume levels on the higher time frame, the market's in between right now, and I want to see how they react. Okay, bearish drop, and this is like the end of the day New York. This is exactly what happened today. That's funny. So this should keep going down then if it does what it did today, and it's not. So this is interesting how it swept this out and it's starting to already do kind of that move. I thought it would go a little lower. I am interested in the bears right here, but not super duper interested, I guess. But per system, it says to look for shorts up in here. So let's see if we get some more rejection price action. Well, there's nope. Okay, not rejection. There we go. Okay, I want to at least let it hit the 61.8 before I short it or try. Okay, that is a little too risky. Let's do this. If I believe the market is going to come down one more leg, I want to wait for rejection first up here. Usually I'd put a limit order. So usually I have something like this. And with this type of candle, it's really not the worst candle, but I'll tell you this daily candle is bullish now. So yeah, I think it's probably going to break this high, but there's a shot at this. I don't like the price action, and the only thing I like about it is it kind of made like a little A, B, C into it. The volume is not really there. It's not the right time of day for there to be volume anyway. Let's just see what happens on this. Okay, no rejection yet. Let's see if this limit order activates. I'm going to execute on market. No. That's a no. So the limit order would have been activated, but I'm trying to wait for some better price action because it's probably going up, like I said. Okay, if it closes, okay, it's starting to give me some options if I was being super risky, right? But if it can give me one more candle close right here, then I'll look for the short. And that's it. That's what I said. So we're going to try it out here. We're going to rock with this. It's going to be an instant L because this is just like a fake out pattern right there. Ooh, no. We'll see. I still think it's going to be an L. Yep. All right. Was an L. So 1 and 1 so far, but this one had a chance to go. And I said the L was coming, but it's okay. 1, 2, 6. It was a limit order or even I even waited, right? Play, but I'm going to call it limit order play because I know what that means. And it's when you're backtesting, you definitely don't want to try to like sit and try to be perfect. That's the last place you want to try to be perfect. But it's Bitcoin just does this pattern a lot where it will take out these highs, both sides. After a bull flag, it'll manipulate up, manipulate down, and then it'll end up back in the direction. So watch for Bitcoin to actually do that tonight or tomorrow. It is very likely that could happen as well. Where's my phone, man? Here it is. Make sure. Okay. Let's keep going. So now this is probably going to break this high and go into this area. Let's I guess that hit stop loss, so I can just kind of do this. The ones that hit stop, I'll do that. All right, and I'll delete this fib, and this fib is probably not going to get even touched now. So let's see what happens. Ooh, that was a L, and then it just comes right back in. But I think this is setting up for buys still. There's nothing telling me that yet, I guess, because it hasn't broke this level. But a lot of times, I'm telling you, this pattern, it breaks through. But if it breaks any lower, I'm going to be looking for shorts again, and I'm going to try again. All right. That would have been unfortunate. But let's see if we can get another position. That's not it. So this is kind of a middle or a smaller pattern of this where it breaks the highs again, then it breaks the lows, and it's probably going to run up. There's just it's kind of not an entry position right here. It's kind of just guessing that it's going to do that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get a breakup from this candle. Just not enough entry confirmation from it. And it's in a technical supply area, so you don't necessarily want to try to just buy. This was like the most risky buy into that area. And maybe on like the 5-minute time frame, this would have been some type of shorting opportunity, but waiting for it to break this structure now to short it. And as it goes sideways right here, it just builds the case for the bulls. So if we get a break of this with a bullish candle, I'm going to be looking for some type of a buy. All right, this is close, but not it. I'm kind of waiting for the volume to pick up on the bottom right here. So we are very much coiling here. So now it kind of builds the case even more for the bulls, in my opinion. Okay, not yet. Once it breaks, it should be go time, and it might stop on this. So we gotta kind of be careful here. It's about to get volatile. If it does a spike down, it's probably fake. I don't know why I would think that. Let's see. Spike down. There is some volume with it. I said if it broke this level, I'd be looking for shorts, but it's just too sideways still. Created sort of a sideways range at this point. So let's see if it breaks any lower, and then maybe we can assess that a little bit. No. Okay. So this is probably just this fake move taking out this low. If it's going to go and break these highs yet. No play right here yet, though. Oh, okay. Hold up. All right. So on this candle, as it broke, we would be hoping that on the 1 hour, it would close bullish, and it didn't. So it closed bearish. Or close with a wick, sorry. Would we enter off of that candle? Probably not, because it's the end of the day, but I will be looking for something right here. I think this has an opportunity to go up again. So there's a buy stop. If it breaks this high, it should continue up. But now it's giving me some big time divergence and some Wyckoff looking vibes. So technically it should fall actually, but I'm not just gonna short it right here right now yet. All right, let me see here. Pretty sure this is what it did today, man. Okay, so this is a very risky play right here. With it being in the supply area, trying to catch the next like wave up, that is very risky. But I'm gonna look at this. The volume on the push up is good. The volume on the push down is low. That's what you want to see technically. We'll see if it can get if we can get one of these today. Probably not. This is damn near almost exactly what it did today, and today it ended up just slapping straight through this area, and it dived it down. Okay, I'm liking this little bit of support that's starting to build here. All right, so if this is almost to the T exactly what Bitcoin looked like today. This is so interesting. What time is June 21st? Okay, very interesting. If this tanks, I'm gonna have to go back and just completely look at this schematic on Bitcoin and what happened today and what's happening right here. If it goes up, I'm gonna be kind of mad it didn't do that today. All right, 1-to-1 has been achieved. Right above that 61.8 is 1-to-1. So we would be putting our stops to break even and seeing what happens on this trade. Once it gets to 1-to-2, we would take half off. Or if it gets to 1-to-2. In 1-to-2s, I should have marked that because 1-to-2 is somewhere up here. I have the fib that'll tell me actually. Right above that structure. Let's see what happens. So it's coming back down and it broke even. Boring, but that's trading. Okay, so we are third trade's a break even. It was a 1-to-6 limit order. Play. All right. Let's see if it ends up going or not, though. Okay, it would have stopped us out, so good break even. And it's just kind of going sideways down a little, not anything special. Nothing to play though, because really this is the next level of demand. And if I was No, this is not something I would normally look at for a fib, so I'm not going to act like I would. But now we're starting to get this move up after a little bit of divergence, which is perfect. I'll be looking for it to come back down and play up like a 15-minute type setup. And even this is most likely going to continue up a little bit. Yep. There it goes. A little move up here. Now I want to see a retracement with low volume. Come on. There we go. Retracement is kind of faster than I wanted it to be. Not going to lie. Let's see how we feel about this one. Oh, where was that break-even trade? We went long right here, and it broke even. Something like this. Okay. You know, this is something I would wait on probably, just coming in too fast. There's no pattern at all. The volume is not increasing until this last candle. Let's take it for the backtesting purposes, but I would rather wait in real life for this. So let's just see what happens. L. Yep, see, you should wait. If you jump the gun, you will take an L. All right. And this was a limit order play. Okay. Now, if we were waiting and we were going to be patient for price action instead of just a fib level, we would have got what we wanted. And with that type of price action, you know, I definitely am okay with this type of play, taking it back up. But when you take a loss like that, I don't usually just jump right back into the market. So let me put this play back on here. So I could just come back and look at this stuff. It was an L, big L. But look, when the market is coming in like that, you don't want to, it doesn't matter if you have a play set up or whatever. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for too long. Whenever it comes down into your area of interest, you want to wait for price action. And even then, depending on how it gets to your order, you want to fully assess your risk, because just because it gives you a little bit of price action, that does not mean shit. It just doesn't. So let's continue, and I'm still going to keep shooting shots and that would have been just a perfect play right there, but I'm still going to keep shooting shots even if it doesn't 100% work with. Wow, that is something. Okay, so now we're getting this break though into this area. Let's watch it coil up a little bit, and then we're going to look for a breakout. Let's get this out of the way. So if it just breaks, there's no play. But now we're getting a little coil. Now we're going to wait for it to break this 41.32.5 area. Nope, coming down first. Okay, we're going to fib this now. Man, that was almost a freaking big money winner. That would have been a full TP. And we're going to wait for this area again. %, taking this trade if it gets there. And also if it creates a bullish candle that breaks this high, I'm going to take a trade. Get ready for that high to break. If this high breaks, I will enter a trade. Okay. All right. I'm in the trade. Now, if I didn't have a buy stop, what I would do is I would be entering off this candle, and I'd be looking for something like this. And I'd be expecting this momentum because we did just get a break of structure with a nice candle. It should continue up, but the stop loss is a little sus. It is, no lie. But I said I had it right here. Trust in that buy stop instincts. And ultimately, as the market goes, you should probably move your little, but we're going to keep it where I have it. Okay. Did it hit 1-to-1 yet? Let me do this real quick. Not yet. Almost. Probably the next candle. Okay, definitely hit 1-to-1 there. So we will move these stops to break it. So it's right now, since I'm down on this backtesting session, I would in real life I'd probably just scrap this and take this, but let's see what happens. Break even, and let's see if this can push. Now, one thing I don't love about breaking even a buy stop trade is that your entry is always at risk, because the market is supposed to technically come up in here and do this. So let's just see what happens. Okay, that's good. We want it to just keep going. Oh, wow. Was this a Friday? It sure was. And it gaps up. Perfect. I think it was like a 1-to-3 was the final TP on that. Let's bring this down. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, 1-to-3 is final TP. There it is. Perfect. So now for the back testing, I would have gotten out a little early in real life, but we're going to keep everything for back testing, because some of these I wouldn't have probably even played in real life, but I just am trying to be a little more systematic, like I said. So we have a W here on a buy stop with 1-to-3. So that basically just took us up. You know, we had 2 L's here, 1 W, so it erased an L, then 1 break even. So we were down 1, and now we're up 2. So I'll say up 2%. If everything is 1%, if that makes sense. Okay. After 5 trades, we're up 2% on Bitcoin. It has been, let's see, how many days? And this is every trade's 1%. So from July 26th to August 6th. So just, we'll see how many days this actually. First trade to the last trade, it took 10 days to make 2% on Bitcoin for us on the 1 hour chart. Sticking on the 1 hour chart, basically. Trying not to get on all these other time frames too much. Keeping it a little simpler. Now we're in this area. Let's go and see what we got going on just on the 4 hour. Now that we've hit an area of importance, let's go see what we got going. Market's breaking up, and let's move this out the way. I truly thought this is what the market was going to do today. I thought it was going to make this move up to 28K, and it did not. So maybe it's going to do that after it does some damage like this. We'll see. But now the market is getting up into this level where I would expect some type of reaction. We have a little bit of volume sitting up right here, and so I'm going to draw that with this larger. Just make it a little red right here. Okay, this broke. We'll keep that there for now. All this down here, we will not worry about it yet since price is just not even close to that anymore. And then we can look at this on the daily because we're kind of getting into that. 78.6 is way up there. Okay, we're not there yet, but the 61.8 is close. Let's go back to the 1 hour and let's see what we got here. Just a little bit of divergence coming in right now. We have this move here to here. So it's like a 4 hour divergence. And then this is starting to flatten out as the market is just pushing up, up, up. So we have this little channel right here forming. Let's see if the market decides to turn around. It just put in a lot of volume at the top of like a trend. And that's usually some type of a climax type situation. So let's see. If we get an impulse down, we can look for shorts. It's just grinding up just little by little. Probably could. And the reason I don't want to, but you probably could, is because it's so bullish. But you could probably take buys up into this next area of volume on the next kind of break. I'm just not a fan for that in supply areas. I'm waiting for it to drop still. Nope. Kind of sideways means it's probably going to go up again. The drop is not significant enough. Nothing is. So just kind of went sideways all day. Nothing except some bearish divergence is occurring. So a little bit of volume, not much, and still not a whole lot on this drop. It's nothing to play. I mean, this could have been like a risky double top scenario where the market double topped and this was just no sir. After it was slowing the momentum, so the momentum really slowed down here as the market was rounding off at the top. I'm not seeing anything here. I think the market has very little volume in between these areas, so it might come all the way back down here. But once it gets down back into this 41 area, it's probably going to go bullish again. Let's see. Yeah, just not. One thing that I've noticed about, because this is a questionable trade right here, whenever the candles on the retracement start to get bigger as it goes up, or if I play it on this, I'm going to put sharp retracement. Let's see if it gives me. No, I'm not. So I will be very shocked if these highs don't get taken out. Be very shocked. In fact, what time is it? Oof, a little late in the day for me to do a buy stop. But it just looks like a buy stop is going to be perfect again. So, And this is where you could be getting caught in the very high supply and that buy stop isn't going to work. Let me just see something here. And in fact, this kind of looks a little Y coffee with the sign of strength. And we're getting one more test up here. Well, I knew not to play that, but that buy stop would have smacked. Okay. Let's see. That buy stop would have smacked. So it would have been like this. And it would have already been going. The next area would have been up here. If this hits full extensions, I'll count it. Nope. Would have already broke even, I think. Is this a Friday again? Damn, that's like the third Friday. Okay, I would expect this to maybe reverse. Yeah, and the reason being is because the volume, when it broke, there was volume, but it broke on a Friday, and then it already just came right back like that. I don't know. It just looked like it was going to reverse, and I will be looking for this to continue. You know, there's no reason for me to think this low should break yet, so I'm going to look for this fib because it's very bullish. I'm going to look at and see what this fib looks like. Even though that looks like a spring a little bit, like I said, Wyckoff spring or up thrust. Let's see, right here we're getting a little 61.8 tap. I'm not liking anything. If I were to look for something to be a short in this area, but I'm not because it didn't break structure, so this looks like a pullback and it could just do this. Well, that's funny. Let's see. It's coming into the 78.6 is where I want it. Okay. It's starting to reject the 61.8. So what I want to do is I want to put an order here and target this new, and real honestly, doing this in this area is not smart, but I'm just getting some back testing in. I'm just shooting some shots. Real life, you want to probably stay away from the supply area buys, and that's just real talk. But I need to see how this looks back testing it. Make sure there's nothing in the comments. Okay, we're good. And just straight to the other entry. So that entry was Garbo. 78.6 entry gets hit. And it wicks. Not a good way you want to see a trade like this because it's in the supply area. You don't want to see it do that, but we'll see what happens. Next candle is going to show us a lot. Yeah, this is going to be most likely an L just because there's no follow through right here. Another kind of no follow through. Very no follow through. It should have, if this level was going to be true. You see how fast it moved here? It should have kind of already moved. So just kind of something I'm seeing here. There was a nice ABC though. I'll give it that. We could still see it move up. I think one candle pop should give it to TP1 or L. Ooh, very close to the TP1. So this should ooh. Yeah. Struggling to get to that TP. So that's TP1 right there for the 78.6. Break even on the 78.6. Oof. Okay, so the 78.6 position would have gotten, let's see. Let's see if it hit 1-to-1 first. We got this right here, 78.6. And it did not till right now. So now we're at break even on the 78.6 position, whichever one that is, doesn't matter. And then the 61.8 is back in profit. Let's do this so we can kind of see the difference. Oh gosh, so that's at break even now. And then let's see how this one goes. Looks like an L. Man, be surprised if it's not. Wow. Well, damn. that 78.6 would have hit 2-to-1, but the 61.8 just hit not 1-to-1 yet, but pretty damn close. Good volume. Let's see if it gets a little pop or not. There it goes. That's 1-to-1 for the 61.8. All right, let me write these stats down real quick. So I'm going to count this as one trade. Once it, I guess I'll finish it. It's just going to be one trade though. And it'll be a W, but see how I stacked it like that. I don't know how I'm going to say that, am I? Okay, very nice. So it is a little unfortunate that 78.6 position ended up breaking even before it moved like this, because that would have been a huge winner. So that's something to note. But this one hit TP fully as well. So this is a 3-to-1 off the fibs. Let's find this back testing. Where's my stats? There we go. Okay, we just took a big W. So we got 6. We got a W with the limit order. It almost was a huge W. 1-to-3 on this one, and then this one was also 1-to-3. But it really almost turned out to be a huge one. So that was a 3% winner. Now we're up 5%. And this is starting to run. So let's go into, and I was thinking this one could have been an L for a second, but it ended up going. And it is a little interesting how it was in the supply and it still busted through just like that. And it went straight to this area of volume. Now that it's in this area, we do have 3-wave divergence, 1, 2, 3. Let me see if there's a divergence fib on this, because usually when it goes that high, there's no divergence left. So we'll probably see one tap up here and then a drop. I'll play this short. Oh, this is, yeah, I'll play this short coming back down into this area pretty much. So let's put this divergence on here. And the only reason I'm doing this is because there's 3 waves now. 1, 2, and 3. And the volume's not really there on this move up. Let's bring it back down into here. And it really just back down into here. And so we want some type of a 1-to-1 situation. Off of that. And we're on the 4 hour, so we need to go to the 1. And let's assess this a little now that we're on the 1. So I wouldn't really want this on the 1 hour, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to wait for this to do something better. It ended up playing out though. Right off that baby. Okay, comes back down to the level I wanted. Would have been a tough position, just straight up would have been a tough position. It's bullish. We're bullish. We're going to stay bullish on this until it breaks structure. Impulse, another one. All right. I like the way it's correcting. Okay. Kind of an ugly push down right here. I want to see it kind of double bottom maybe at the 61.8 before I place a trade on it if I'm gonna. Okay, there's a little opportunity there. One. Let's see if it can give another one down there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and place this off the 61.8, that second kiss, and then let's see if we can get another leg up again. I'm going to go, and I'm not going to look at what's happening. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go to the 4 hour and look over here. See, the next zone is way up here. Let's not move, but let's put an area right here for the next zone. Let's go back to the 1 hour, and it lines up with our fibs. So I like that. And this is showing, the volume profile here is showing that if it doesn't hold here, we should be slipping. So I like that as well. We're going to be in this trade. And then if it hits the 78.6, we'll add another. So it's holding here at the 61.8. It's probably going to slip through to the 78.6. No. Okay. It's in some profits. I want to see it get... Let's see, how much profit do I need off of this to put me at break even? All right, so there we go. We got a break even off the 61.8. Perfect. So this is a good to go trade. Let's put a heart on it. No? Okay, let's put a check on it. Okay. Let's see if it comes back to break us even, though. Here it goes. No? Wow. There is no way it doesn't break below this. In fact... if it does break below this, I do not want to probably buy the 78.6 now. Let me see. Break even, I think, was just hit. Damn, was it really? Would have been close. I think it did, though. And then it's taken off like a freaking rocket ship, huh? Okay, not yet, not yet. Let's assess this real quick. We had a 4 hour break even. Where's my stuff? There we go. Number 7. We had a limit order 61.8 break even. Okay. Okay, this volume level is holding pretty good. If it breaks, I want to be bullish, but there's no bear scenario. Okay, here's the break. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm bullish, like I said. So we get this break. And the next zone is technically way up here. So we have a break way up here. I'm going to put a stop right there and play this. That's a 5% jump, so this should take more than one day. Oh, wow. Is this a Friday again? This is the 3rd or 4th Friday I have played just like that. And then the next Monday, it has gone my way. That is pretty amazing. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one now that it's a Friday. I probably would get out and profit in real life, but let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, that's a sign. Woo, is that 1-to-1? Basically, you might as well break it even now. I'd break it even. I'll call it break even. Yeah. Yeah, dang. Another break even, but it was right there at that 1-to-1. If it hit 1-to-1, I'd probably take it off of this weird move. So let me just give myself some grace for being on here. We have a W on a buy, not a buy stop, but a market execution / buy stop play. That would have been a weird one, but I'm going to count myself a W on that. Because the 0.6 shit, I'd be taking that in real life. If it gets that close to 1-to-1, off of a play that should just be 1-to-1, I usually just take it off. I don't wait. Okay, so now there's too much divergence to mess with anything other than this to drop. So I want this to form some type of impulse. Oh, shit. Well, there's that. There was just no way of catching that move for sure. But now we do. Now we have a way of catching it. So, wow. It technically... Oh, did it hit this 78.6 yet? Ooh, it got so... Oh, it hit it. Dang. Dang, it rejected that mug quick. Okay. Well, let's just see what we got going on here, because I would probably be... we're on the 4 hour. My bad, peeps. Let's see how many days this took. 1, 2. Yep, 2 days for that TP to hit. Okay, let's play this shorts, no doubt. Just no matter what, almost, because of how bearish this pressure is. So when it comes back up, and I've said this pattern happens a lot before. When Bitcoin like makes a move up, it takes a move, it takes these highs out, it takes these lows out. Now watch for this to start to base out and possibly go. That's kind of a risk when you see Bitcoin make these impulsive moves down. So also I'll be watching for it to create one more low, taking out these lows and then making a move up. One more low, come on. Very sideways. There's the low. We want to see it make one more little baby low. Okay, here's the price that I'm going to look at for the low. Right there, 42.71. All right. That's a lot of manipulation going on right here. So let's not just buy right here, but wait and see what happens. So it just took out those lows just barely. If these highs break, price is coming way up here. So that manipulation happened. Price continues to go up. I want to try to catch something up here. If it breaks, I'll look for something. Needs to break that kind of 4785 area with some conviction. And obviously it missed this, so screw you. All right, that is not necessarily the best candle, but I will play with it. It's not the best candle at all. It's probably going to be a fake out candle, just stating that, but only because there's no volume. But it is before New York, so it's either going to be a fake out or it's either going to ramp up straight into this level. So where is my fib that I want to sell from? Okay, up here. So I do believe we're going to get a move up now into this level, but the stop loss is what is sketchy. We're going to play it all the way up into the 78.6, like a 3-to-1. I don't like this trade. Doesn't matter if you like it or not sometimes. Let me get my 1-to-1 spot right here-ish. Failing. Yeah. Whoop. There it goes. It's about to take off. No, no takeoff. What you gonna do? Failing this level? That's unfortunate. I would probably scrap this one here, but we'll continue to see what happens. That stop loss is very sketchy. It is at risk. Yeah, so when a breakout trade takes this long, guys, you don't want to be in it anymore. Just straight up. You just don't. You wanted your breakout to happen. Maybe if it did this is sometimes acceptable, break retest. But if it doesn't give you this fast of a move, you're probably going to take an L on a breakout. And that's just how it goes. Like I said, I already would have been out in real life, but I need to see how this plays out. And, ooh. There it is. Okay. And it's good to know when your trades are about to hit stops and when it's not about to hit stops. That's when, so you can manage it before it hits that stop. Let's see, 9 was a L. And it was really a break even, but let it play out. And I call these intuition break evens, just because there's not really any other way around it. I'm gonna call it an intuition break even, and then it would have been an L. That's how I need to say that. Okay, and then let's get one more trade in for 10. And we wanted this to come up a little higher, just didn't quite get there. I wouldn't play this buy. I would look for the market to move up more now that it has swept out all of this, and there's some divergence here. I'll be looking for it to come up now, or maybe come up. Off of something. What is this line? Okay, I'm gonna fib this whole thing. And once it gets into these areas, that's when I'll be interested. But wow, yeah, it really tanked out of that. So I might be looking for shorts now that it's starting to drop a little more than I expected it to. Starting to give some type of bullish divergence, but not really. Okay, I'll be shorting it if it gets into this area. Yeah. We're going to look for shorts right here. This is just an area, but basically... Oh man, right off the 61.8. It didn't even tap it. Missed that one. And this could have been another play, just not my style. Maybe a lower time frame play for sure. Okay, the bullish divergence is picking up big time right here. But if the market goes any lower, it's a sell stop situation probably. Okay, we have a little shift in structure now. Market did not want to go lower, and it puts in this new high, so we'll be looking for this move. Okay, going sideways, maybe even a possible breakout into this level, but there's not enough space. Hope it comes back down. Nope, there's the breakout. Son of a gun. I just didn't think there was enough space for it to go up. And now it's coming into these fibs too fast, so we're not shorting it. Shoosh. So we'll be waiting for it to coil up now, or give some type of bearish divergence play. So now it's coiling. What we want to do is look for a close above here, and we're going to take it to the next level, which is not that. It is going to be way up here. Let's delete this, and we'll look for it to come back up into here if it can break and close. Break, close. All right, I'll take that. It's a little sketchy, but we'll take that. We'll go long right off the close with the stop here, and we'll take the market up into these highs. I will say right now this looks like it's going to be a quick loss with the momentum here. I just want to see what we got going. That is not good. So I actually look for divergence trades like this a lot right off this fib. And I look for it to come back into the 50 EMA. So that's right at my stop loss. So let's see what happens here. Here's that time element coming into play on these buy stops or these breakouts. All right, I think that's 1-to-1. It's close enough. That's 1-to-1. Okay. So 1-to-1 hit here. Boom. Getting more breakout. Let's see if we can get this thing to go to 2-to-1 at least. Yeah. What'd it go? Another 3-to-1. Perfect. All right. That is gonna be the finishing touches. I had it going into this level. What is this? I'll just call it 3-1. It's pretty damn close. So where is my stats for today? Here we go. All right, that last one was a big one, guys. That last one was a big one again. So 10, we have a W with 2 point something, but we'll do 1 to 3. So that makes this 9%. All right, after 10 trades, 9%. We did a lot of limit orders, a lot of buy stops. This was like a buy stop slash market execution. This was, I don't remember, but regardless, we had a fire session. When did it start? That's what I need to start seeing. How many trades do I get in a session? So this is all the way in October. I believe we started in end of July. So end of July, and there's end of August 1. So about 2 months worth, maybe 3 months worth, a little less than 3 months worth. And I got 10 trades out of Bitcoin. So what does that tell me? That means I do not take many trades on Bitcoin. So, but when I do take a trade, the probability of it being a winner is definitely up there. I think I took 2 losses. And then the winners are definitely more than the losers. So that's something, maybe I should look into a little bit more. But all right, that's it for me tonight. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe. We will be on every